Hello everyone, this is the Judy TV show. As you all know, I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues here, and I am Judith. Friends, the latest information and updates about the Tuface and Nane feud, marital feud, is that I just saw a post that Tuface made where he was, clapping back at critics that Annie is playing the victim here and pretending, that she actually abandoned him when she went for that famous, is it Rich and Famous show, that he had a kidney problem. And then while he was in the hospital, and he chose the show over staying with him or taking care of him. Hmm. That's a serious one. You see why I was saying that he shouldn't have done any video or revealed anything, because it will increase the level of dragging and everything. Then I now saw another one funny enough, another one that Annie allegedly did apparently before she went into the rehab, where she was claiming that she's going to destroy everything, saying the same thing. She's saying that you don't know the wrath of a woman, I will come after you, I will destroy you, and so on and so forth. Alleging that Two-Face left the country, I wouldn't know to which country, and then from there, he now filed a divorce, that she saw it on the social media, that Two-Face has filed for a divorce against her. So she now tried to reach out to him to confirm, is this from you or is it fake or whatever? And then his phones were not going, they were all switched off and everything, only for her to now learn that Two-Face had left the country. Apparently, he was outside the country when he now did. Remember there was a time Paul's wife Anita, when she traveled to US, then people started flying of her request, what she was demanding for child support and everything, that she wants to divorce Peter and Paul and all that. Eventually, they came back and then sorted it out in my time here in Abuja. So what am I trying to say? I saw those two posts, and I was like, eh? Hey, this thing is more serious than we thought. Oh. The only thing that people are really against is this time that it happened, that Annie is now in the rehabs. But Two-Face is claiming that she was just pretending. I wouldn't know what if it's true or not, that she's actually, either he said she's actually the one that wanted the divorce or called for this divorce or something. So for her now to be acting up, according to Two-Face in that post that he made, apparently a family member or a concerned friend, put out that post where he was saying that his line page was hacked. When he now came out and now did a video and now said his page was not hacked. In fact, he did this twice. Then going further, Cootie Juice, grandma, 2IC of what is it, Gist Lover, now came and revealed the name and the pictures of Natasha. Natasha is your Saul or Saul, that she's a politician in Edo State. She's from Edo State. In fact, either she vied for or she's vying for the office of an honorable member in the Edo State House of Assembly. And then that she is the person that Two-Face is now dating. In fact, that Two-Face had even proposed to her, and that they have been dating for the past 3 years. She also revealed, I saw that one in Naomi's page, where a video where they went on family vacation, Two-Face with, I think, his children, and then the lady was there. This is this this is what was a package before. It was just that the thing is now happening. And then again, yes, Naomi now again now said, well, allegedly, I think according to Gucci Juice, that Two-Face and Annie has separated since April last year. Is it April or May last year? So when I saw that, I was like, oh, what an update. So if they has gone their separate ways, by April last year, so what was Annie expecting? What was Annie expecting now? Except if she's making efforts, to get them to reconcile and everything, and it's not working out. Otherwise, if she has stayed like that, then what was she expecting? Meanwhile, in that allegation, according to Kuti Juice, that Two-Face has been dating this Natasha of a lady for the past 3 years. So the lady has been in the picture even before they parted ways. Who knows whether she's part of it? And that allegedly she Two-Face proposed to her, and she now says she's not going to collect the ring except if Two-Face divorces Annie. Hey, well, I do. Anyways, see, guys, the foundation of every marital relationship is very key. You know why? Because it is supposed to be a lifetime journey. That is a deal, forever deal in an ideal situation. That is the more reason why we have to ensure as humans, whether you are the man or the woman, that the foundation of every marital relationship is sure. What do I mean by that? We all know about Annie and Tuface, when she was 15 and how everything started and all that. And then this thing now played up. I think they've been married for 15 years and everything. And they now came to this point. What I can categorically say is that Annie has a hyper anger challenge. She has an anger problem. Hyper one at that. Because I don't understand how, okay, maybe because that other time the Two-Face, she was suspecting, or that Two-Face went to see Pero and her 4 children. That is his 4 children with Pero. And then Annie was fuming to the extent that she was saying she would destroy everything. I will destroy everything. You don't know me. I will burn the house. I will do that. The same house the same man that you're destroying is the same man they have 2 children for, 2 daughters for. So where will daughters belong to? Because at least you are coming from a home. I think Annie is from Akwa Ibom State. Okay, you have a family and a home where you stay. But this, your daughters, this is their own home, and you're threatening to destroy it just because apparently the father didn't, your husband didn't tell you he was going to US or whatever. But even at that threat, and I saw a repetition of that same threat now that Two-Face traveled to, I don't know where he traveled to, allegedly that is out of the country, when he now filed for the divorce, or he now maybe instructed his lawyers to file for the divorce, and the same threat was still coming in. I'm going to destroy everything. You don't know me, the wrath of a woman, blah, blah. You couldn't even face me. I know it's embarrassing. But are you certain that this attitude is not what, drove him to this? The reason why I say that is because okay, at the end of the day, like that of when he traveled to US, at the end of the day, Pero even came out and said, this guy didn't even come to me. He didn't even come to me. She posted something where she was dancing with a guy and said that is her guy. And at the end of the day, so all this, I will destroy everything. If you're angry, yes, you express your anger, but that's why I say this hyper anger challenge that Annie has. And it's scary. It is scary. I'm certain even her daughters, when this anger comes up, they will also they were afraid for their father. So these are the kind of things, when it happens like that, don't go to the extent of trying to you're going to pull down, destroy everything. If you now destroy everything, so where will your daughters be? Where will your daughters be? So that's why I say this hyper anger. I also saw it in this note that she wrote now. I wouldn't know what other thing that was, because Two-Face he kept on saying that he wants to do a conference, but honestly, that conference is not necessary because he's going to pull out a lot of things, and the dragon will just be expanding like that. It's not necessary. And in that dragging, this Natasha will now be dragged into the matter. People will now start calculating, when did you start dating her, what happened, and so on and so. So it will just be a mess. But for Two-Face, again, I've spoken on the side of Annie. But for Two-Face to have just traveled out and instructed his lawyers to now file for divorce or whatever, it doesn't make sense. So, it doesn't make sense. It takes 2 people to take a divorce. If you go to the court, your lawyers cannot represent you all through. You have to appear because you are above 18 and Annie is above 18. So you have to appear, come and say, I don't want this marriage. And Annie will say, I don't want on that grounds, Look at the case of Yule Dochie, that every time the case comes up, he will now write that he's sick or whatever. And at the end of the day, maybe the next day he will post a video with Judy Austin and all that. So the judges, they know. My lordships, they know. At the end of the day, when they take a decision, they have, because they are taking note of everything. They're piling the evidence and all that. But for you to now file the divorce and then probably you are not there, allegedly, you are not there. I don't know how that. I don't know how that will play out, because at the end of the day, you still have to come. And then, if you're still going to come, that was why I said I did a video on this particular matter. When it came out, when I was telling Tuface, honestly, I thought you should have handled this better. If this marriage has become so toxic, or that Annie's obsession of you, is now choking you, that you want a way out, you should have called a meeting of our people. There must be 1 or 2 of our people that are responsible, and then your own people, and then maybe your colleagues or her colleagues, or there must be, or even from your church, and you sit them down and tell them, this is it, I want out. It's as simple as a clear. So if it's agreed there, then if you're filing for divorce, it will just be a walkover. It won't take long, since you're in agreement, it will just pull through. Then you can now go and propose to this other lady. Because from this Natasha now, if it is true that you've been dating her for the past 3 years and then you separated with Annie last year, April, which is not up to 1 year now, and you're now proposing to her and she gave you the condition that it has to be that you have to divorce this other person. So you are divorcing Annie based on the fact that this is what Natasha wants, not that you don't want her anymore, or that you are fed up of the marriage relationship with her, despite the challenges that are there. Because I know that even the anger issue can also be handled. Yes, I know it can be handled, but let's keep that aside. Maybe the other things that you have endured, no problem. But this lady that now give you that as a condition, alleged, if it is true that that is the conditions that she gave to you, what kind of a foundation are you people laying? Two-Face, what kind of a foundation? And don't forget one thing. You told us that in that post that you made, that Annie chose the show she went to attend over you that was in the hospital because you had a kidney problem and all that. Sorry about that. I didn't know. It is well with you. God will see you through. Now, you said that she abandoned you to go for that show. This is Natasha that is now a politician. Politics in Nigeria, Two-Face, you know how it plays out. The truth about the matter is that maybe by 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., they will call her. We want to impeach the speaker. We want to impeach governor. We want to impeach deputy governor. We want to impeach this. We want to impeach that. So we want to form a quorum by this time. It is usually the time that they do it. If she leaves you, if you're in the hospital again, okay, you understand, maybe, I don't know, whatever, and then she leaves you to go for that kind of a meeting, I hope you also will not come and complain. I hope you have considered that. Because it might not be a day. It might take them 2 or 3, 4 days. Sometimes when they do this, they don't sleep. They will sit down to make sure that they secure their post, or the vote of no confidence or vote of confidence that they are passing on a particular political office holder. They will just be there for days without sleeping. Everybody will be on ground. So that they'll say, okay, we have formed the quorum, or so and so forth. I hope you have considered that. So that it won't be tomorrow. You come and say, okay, she abandoned you to go for political meetings. They'll be calling her for meetings in the midnight. That's what politicians, that's the political aspect of it. I hope you have considered that. And Sister Natasha, congratulations. This foundation, that, if it is true that you give that as a foundation, well, I have my reservations. But the basic question I want to ask you is this. The video that I saw, that a family vacation with Two-Face and his children, and then you were also there. I want to believe that now that you have known his background, with women and with children, I hope tomorrow, maybe if he now wants to bring in another person, it will be a problem. Or maybe tomorrow you will now want your children to take, for him to prefer your children over these other ones that you met on ground. I think there are 7 or so, I don't know the number about that. I hope it is comfortable with you that you be a mother to all of them. I hope it's very comfortable because, for you to be where they are holding the family vacation, that means you are fully aware of who he is, his background, his children, and the baby mamas. I was even thinking his Pero he was going to marry, but it's like Pero has moved on with somebody else, So now that it is you, I hope you are fully aware. It will not be tomorrow now. It will be another story, okay, of this child or whatever. So be ready to be a mother to all of them, because there has to be a mother figure. If Pero now remarries now, she will face her husband. I think one has remarried to a pastor. Of course, that one has, faced her husband. I think there's one that is remaining. And now Annie, because Annie has two. Although Annie might want to now withdraw her own children, I don't know how it's going to play. But, the readiness for you to be able to accommodate all these children as your own before you start having your own. Or as your own is coming, or as your own as they are coming. I hope you'll be able to accommodate all these children as your own are also coming, because this is what is on ground. To be honest, since you have been dating if it is true that you've been dating this guy for the past 3 years, right? You have seen 99, so what is 100? I keep on saying that. If Two-Face has made up his mind as a man that he doesn't want Annie anymore, let him conclude it with Annie. Let him conclude it with Annie before he comes for you. It would have, be more like it than you now giving a condition, okay, go and divorce her first before you come to me. If tomorrow he meets another person, that one now said, okay, go and divorce her first before you come to me, and they come to divorce you in this manner, I hope you'll be comfortable with it. I just hope you'll be comfortable with it. No matter what Annie has done, right? Except she is not willing to make corrections or make amends. That's where you can now say, okay, let it be. But if she's willing to make amends or willing to adjust, and then it is now with a divorce, because according to her, the post she made, she said she was not aware that Tuface couldn't even face her. It was only when Tuface now left the country that he now said, he now saw, not that even they reached out to her, he now saw that he is filing for divorce. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like Two-Face is not even man enough to handle this the way he should have handled it. And they call him Two Baba Legend. In that first video that I did, what I suggested was a situation whereby he will call the parties, as I said earlier on, and sit them down and tell them, look, this is it, this is it. I can't go on with this. This is so toxic for me. I cannot continue. So let it be known. Nobody will blame him. And then thereafter, he can now bring you out, or or now propose to you, so that you guys will now get married and everything. Because this same way it happened is happening with you. That is the same way it happened with him and Daniel. That is the same way. That is the same way, because he left Pero them and all that, and came for Annie, who was there for him all along and made sacrifices and everything. The same way, that is the same way it's coming for you now. So I hope you have considered all this, so that it won't be tomorrow. There will be another story. Then it will now be from one woman to the other, one woman to that guy is too young to. I don't know. I don't know why Two-Face is exposing the. Although I don't have to blame him, in full, because I wouldn't know what transpired between him and Annie for him to have, you know, taken this decision. Well, maybe it's something that he couldn't contain anymore. And I want to believe that probably he put up a fight to see whether things can change and all that. Coupled with the fact that, according to Annie, that his family doesn't like her. So you can imagine the pressure. So the guy will just be in between, pressure here, pressure there. I wouldn't know. I'm just imagining it, based on the post they put out there. But my own is to tell Two-Face that, look, this Natasha you're going for is a politician. When they start the political move, I hope it will be okay by you, that you will not say she abandoned you. And then for Natasha, sister Natasha, I hope you also know, you have it at the back of your mind that, there are children on ground, and that this guy might tomorrow maybe go for another person. I hope it's okay by you. That's just my own. That is just my own. Guys, that is all I'm trying to say here. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And then what counsel you have for Annie. Annie, to be honest, I pray that you come out of this. And when you come out of this, try as much as possible to, face your future. Don't force it. Because you cannot force a man who doesn't want you to stay. You cannot force him to stay with you. You will not be happy. You keep on frustrating you. If only God can help you, like in that video that I did, I said people can give you endorsements or something that can take you off it. See, May now. May just saw it from afar. May emotionally, I'll not be able to handle this. And she stepped out. Okay? But maybe your own, I don't know whether you try to work on it or something. I don't know the details of what happened. But whatever thing that happened, now that Two-Face has made up his mind and even engaged another according to Kitty Jews, that means as God brings you out from this rehab, Annie, first of all, work on your anger. There's no person that can take this level of anger and be safe with you around you, right? Work on your anger. That is number one. And then number two, whatever you know that you love doing, maybe if people doesn't give you an endorsement immediately, if it is this acting, if there's anyone, or if you write or whatever, you have your colleagues now. So if God helps you and then you get connected, just face that thing that you love doing that gives you joy. You will find your ground again. You will find your ground, that I assure you. I don't know how old you are, but you will find your ground again. But the only thing I'm saying is that, whatever lesson that you have learned in this, if God brings another man your way, because we're different in our ways, don't use the anger that you brought from here and then carry it on this person or drive this person away, okay? Just first of all, discover yourself. First of all, be yourself. First of all, be happy, be stable, so that you'll be able to reason well in case you want to enter into another relationship or in case you want to get married again or whatever. But please be stable yourself. Allow yourself to heal, so to say, so that you don't see a situation whereby you're carrying anger from here and they're transferring it to here unnecessary. Somebody who didn't, deserve all that, okay? That's all I have to. It's really unfortunate what is playing out there, but it is what it is. Life happens, and then if this is where it's happening to you, well, to God be the glory. I said God, to God be the glory, because there are a lot of people that came this way that you came. They are no longer here today with us. But if God has kept you alive, God has given you the grace to overpower this. So try as much as possible to get well soon. And then, just tell yourself there's nobody that can speak to you more than yourself. Once again, I thank Toke and Tiwa. But once again, I want to encourage you to be yourself. Tell yourself that you can make it, you can survive it. God loves you. You're a daughter of grace. You're a child of grace and all that. That will help you to come out of it, okay? And then, be talking to God more often. Now, if you've been talking to God twice in a day, please make it like 5 times. It's going to help you. You find out that you begin to heal faster than you can imagine. And God will begin to guide you and then, part your way, the way to follow so that you have peace, okay? I also saw the post by T Bliss still dragging Tiwa. I don't know why T Bliss is dragging Tiwa now. I don't know what happened. You are saying they should judge Tuface. What about you? I don't know why T Blaze is coming out now to drag. Was it not the same T Blaze when Tiwa was trying to back Sophia over the video matter, child custody and all that? T Blaze came and was bashing Davido. All of a sudden, the same T Blaze is now dragging Tiwa. After how many years? I don't know what happened. What she did again. That you didn't drag her at that time. It's now that you are dragging. Please, please, I beg. Except if you want to remarry her. But if not, please, I beg. I leave. Please leave her alone. I beg. You guys have gone your separate ways and everything for years now. Don't forget that you have a son. Don't forget for the sake of Jamil. Don't forget that you have a son, right? If you have let her go that time, please let her go. Please let her go, because all these shades that they're throwing, by the time Jamil is growing, TB will now start asking, what happened, what happened, and they start telling him stories that will not be good for him as a young boy that is still growing up. So that's what I have to say in this video. You see, marriage matter, guys. Marriage matter. That's why I said, whether you are the one finding or the one that wants to be found, see, involve God in it too. Involve God in it. So don't just try to be doing it on your way. And by the way, my NGO TJ Health Center, like I said this in I think last year or so, but because of paucity of funds, because of the money that is involved, because I want to involve resource persons, and then the people that are going to come, have to give them breakfast and lunch, give them free vaccination and transport and all that. So because of the money that is involved, I've not been able to do it. What is the aim of that town hall meeting? It's just to find out from the resource persons, to trace where the causes of all these marriage breakdowns, divorces, and what have you, that is so rampant these days, or like what was obtainable during our mother's times, to find out what is the causes, and then the triggers and the preferred solution, so that on this channel I will give a breakdown of whatever thing that the solutions that they prefer, so that people can learn one or two things that will better their marital relationship. That's just the whole idea, okay? All right, guys, this video is getting too long, more than I expected. Let me end this video here, guys, but as usual, please like this video and then leave a comment at the comment section, for the whole parties, T Blaze and even Tiwa, and then for Tuface, Annie, and then Natasha, the new babe in town, I see you guys in my next video. Bye for